rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and war. For America first, we'll settle our shore. Populism's fire ignites the night. And your face will shine a light. From the ashes on the past we stride. With united resolve, we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar. For America first, we'll rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and war. For America first, we'll settle our shore. Populism's fire ignites the night. And your face will shine a light. From the ashes on the past we stride. With united resolve, we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar. For America first, we'll rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and war. For America first, we'll settle our shore. Populism's fire ignites the night. And your face will shine a light. From the ashes on the past we stride. With united resolve, we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar. For America first, we'll
What always happens when we have something like this, I always start to check in on the security situation at the White House. But this is what happened around 6 o'clock this evening. I'm told that a gunman came up near the White House on the west side, what is described to me as Gate 17. This is kind of near 14th Street on the west side of the White House, and came up and brandished some sort of a pistol. We don't know what type of pistol it was. But he then fired toward the White House 3 times. And the United States Secret Service, they returned fire. We don't know how many shots that they got off. And they apparently took the gunman down. Now, sometime in this gunfire exchange, a civilian on the street was struck by this gunfire, and we do not know the condition of that person right now. But the important thing to know is that the gunman who came up with the pistol and was taken down by the Secret Service, and we don't know his condition right now, but he never got inside the perimeter of the White House. And this is according to a senior administration official with direct knowledge of what went down at the White House this afternoon. This was right around 6 o'clock Eastern time.
So, Chad, so if I'm hearing what you said correctly, this was somebody who was just firing in the direction of the White House?
It was something that the Secret Service obviously perceived as a threat. Obviously, we're told that gunfire apparently was directed toward the White House. If you get toward the west side of the White House, and we're trying to figure out precisely where this was, you have the old executive office building now called the Eisenhower Executive Office Building, which is kind of a big complex if you're working from west to east toward the White House. So we know that he was firing in the direction of the White House, and this is the preliminary report from someone who's very senior and would have direct knowledge of this information. Again, a lot of people in town. There was one source that had, questioned me earlier, even before we had this information. There's a lot of motorcyclists in town for the Memorial Day events. They always come for this time, and people thought it might have been, motorcycles backfiring or something.
All right, people, welcome to the Saturday Night Free-for-All on the Killer Carl podcast. There you go. I mean, you have it. Another psychopath. I'm sure it'll end up being some transgender freak that has done this. But it always blows my mind. Like, these people are just suicidal because you're not going to get that close to the White House. What are you accomplishing? Just suicide. That's it. Right? Again, we live in a very polarized world right now. On one hand, we have President Trump on the cuffs of a peace deal in Iran, and I applaud that. I applaud it. Let's end it. Then you have Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro and loony Laura Loomer out there railing against a peace agreement. You can't have peace with these people. You got to blow them off the planet. What is wrong with these people? If we have the opportunity to not lose any more life, and we can just walk away from this and everybody wins, why would we not do that? What is mentally wrong with you? Why are people hell-bent on killing people and having mass destruction? I applaud President Trump for entertaining this peace deal. He didn't have to do it. I applaud him for doing it. And I hope it works out this time. I hope Israel allows it to work out. That's my biggest fear, is the sabotage, not so much of the Iranians, but of the Israelis. Yes. Tonight we have just joining us the one and only Big Tony from Big Tony Speaks, James from Empty Big Pockets Garage, and the one and only Jacob from BeyondDetox.com. And I believe we're going to have Murphy join us. We have to have Murphy join us. It would not be a proper Saturday night if we did not have Murphy join us. Gentlemen, welcome.
What is going on, Carl?
What up?
Man, I got to tell you, every day I think it can't get any crazier.
Right?
It's like a fucking loon fest out there. And it's like I said, like, what do these people think they're going to accomplish? You really think, hey, Watchman, you really think you're going to go to the White House and just walk up there with a gun and everything's going to be fine? You're going to walk away? Yeah, I don't think so. It's not going to happen. Real quick programming note. Monday, 1 o'clock, I will have Michael. Somebody's getting eaten. Michael McCauley from Flip Philly Red. You've seen me play him in many of my cold opens. The gentleman that's up there giving the Philadelphia City Council a piece of his mind, bringing out the truth. He'll be on here 1 o'clock. We're going to do a special Memorial Day broadcast because, I think it's important for everybody to realize that it starts with you. It starts with you getting into the process putting yourself out there, speaking your mind, and giving them hell. All right, let's bring on Murph. We've got the one and only Murphy's Law 1.
Oi!
She's
No!
hiding behind the picture because she didn't want to get all dolled up.
I do not have children in my basement. That's my parrot. You all know I have a parrot.
That's what Epstein said.
Right?
Yeah, but you've seen my parrot.
That's what Epstein said.
That's what Epstein said.
Guys, bend over. I'm going to put a size 6 little booty up your booty.
He might like that. Epstein would.
Probably. He was a freak. You know, I used to live out there in West Palm. I might have been to his house. I don't know. There were some really, wild times out there. I was a DJ. And...
Say that
I don't know if I would admit that.
Yeah, you don't say that on the internet unless you got full proof.
But
You didn't give him a handy, did you?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I used to travel around on yachts and go freaking bar hopping and whatnot. I might even be in Yacht Magazine. I don't know.
Murphy's like, oh, hey, you come for happy ending?
No.
I'll take care of you real well. Wait a minute, you got blonde hair and fair skin and blue eyes. You can't be Oriental. Oh, don't worry. I make it feel like Oriental. I do it with a chopstick.
But who knows what I did out there in West Palm? But
well, apparently you don't.
No, I don't.
I'm sure there's pictures floating around.
I was pretty drunk.
If there's anybody out there with pictures of Murphy, giving Epstein a rub and tug, please send them to me. Please send them my way.
You pay handsomely.
I won't pay anything, but I would be interested. Is it possible? Right. Even if you have pictures of Murphy giving you a rub and tug.
Well,
There's somebody out there. Hey, Murphy gave me a rub and tug. I could have swear it was her. Look at this picture.
so hold on. So
They'll just AI your picture. They'll take the picture off here, and it'll be some dude AI and you rubbing tugging him.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. So
AI is scary these days, man.
There was this really cool dude that I had met while I was bartending in a strip club. And I did them seedy little things, right? So the guy
Wait a minute. What did you do in a strip club?
I bartended.
All right.
Yeah, you can never touch the bartender. We're not allowed to drink or anything because we handle the till. Mm-hmm. And so this older gentleman came in, and his name was Tom O'Neill. And he was a sweetheart of a guy. And so this one particular
Wait a minute.
day,
there's no sweethearts of a guy that are going into a strip club.
Right?
No, okay. Well,
I'm going to tell you something right now. I am 52 years old, and I have never been in a strip club. I have never had a desire to go into a strip club, and I never will. Right? Because why do I want to look at something I can't touch? You know what I mean? Like, I'm happily married. I got a beautiful wife. There's no need for me
the air conditioning system for one.
well, the reason I got a job bartending in a strip club was because I was working for a retired cop at a locksmith company. So I used to get paid to legally break into people's houses. It was awesome. And but I was on a salary. So here's this ad in the paper, So it was a beer and wine joint. Like they couldn't serve anything else. I had already known how to be a bartender. But anyway, so here's this guy, Tom. He walks in. And I've seen him there in the bar, and he threw a lot of money at the girls. And, if you don't do the back room or the champagne room, they call it a champagne room, you're not making any money. So, you know, you
What's
have to
involved in the champagne room? Can I ask?
everything.
It
I
depends
mean,
on the establishment.
oh, right, in West Palm, everything. I mean, there was a guy that used to bring a gallon, brand new shoes, and big 6-inch heels, thin ones. And he wanted her to put the shoes on and do his groin area, right? So
What?
yeah,
Yeah, it's a
he
fetish.
wanted to be
God, James knows all about it.
he wanted to be stabbed in the groin area or
James knows all about it.
He's
I,
secretly into it.
not
or
really.
his
I've dated a lot of strippers.
James is
I've,
like, yeah, I know what that is.
I've dated a lot of strippers. I've been to a lot of strip clubs.
right.
James is like,
So
don't stick it in my groin, stick it in my balloon knot. No, I'm just kidding, James.
Well, I could show you a set of stripper shoes that she's talking about. I don't know.
No, I don't want to see them.
Because
They
Christina
probably
has
got brown
Christina has-
ends on them.
There's nothing on them. Hey, Christina has like 3 or 4 sets of them. She stands like 6'3", 6'4" with them on.
yeah. So anyway, so this guy Tom O'Neill, he comes into the bar, and you know, I'm not the one making the money because I'm not nailing people in the nuts with freaking high heels. And I mean, that's what it comes down to, Carl. And anyway, so this guy comes in, and I start, you know, I'm a chit chatty person,
Yeah.
and you know,
I would have never guessed that about you.
he actually gave me
Yeah.
that day a $300 tip. So
Damn.
he's like, "Look, I took up your time all day," and I pushed 200 back, and I'm like, "Look, you know, I'm the bartender, and I only expect to make 100 a day, and you know, so this was over 20 years ago, and I pushed the other 200 back. You know, that guy gave me a house next to his house, and we used to go out partying on his yacht, and like I didn't think he had a yacht or anything, but we would go bar hop, and that's when it was kind of legal to drive a yacht, you know, without getting a DUI.
Oh, Jesus.
It was fun time.
Murphy had the life, it sounds like.
I did.
I think I've lived a sheltered life, isolated by politics and
You got married young.
Ayn Rand. Studying Ayn Rand at 5 o'clock in the morning, cramming it all in.
You got married young, Carl. So
I did. I've been with my wife since we've been 15 years old.
there you go.
Yeah, we met when we were 15, and we've been together ever since, and we still love each other. Imagine that. Imagine being able to love me, live with me. I gotta admit,
I'd
I'm
have
proud-
to have
I'm an
some
annoying
really high heels.
yeah, I'm an annoying
really.
motherfucker. How about this story, real quick? I'm sorry, I don't want to laugh. The only reason I'm going to laugh about this is because I've experienced it. Not this, but something close. Florida woman mauled to death by 2 pit bulls. I don't know why this is funny. It shouldn't be.
It's horrifying, Carl.
Hold on.
Carl,
Drug
you're gonna
down
give me
the-
nightmares. They
drug
got
her
7
body
now.
down
Not
the
6.
street.
7. Like they had more puppies. There's now 7. Go
Oh,
on.
that's right. You have them next door.
Yeah. I have to go to court because the cops now hate me, and I don't know, they bury me somewhere. Man, this is
Well,
Arkansas.
we don't want
backwards.
Murphy drugged down the street by 2 pit bulls. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this story about me. I had a dog named Kush. That's right. I smoked a lot of weed. I named my dog after weed. All right. I had this dog, Kush. Don't shake your head, Jacob. You've smoked a bowl or 2 in your life. Look at that hair. Don't even try,
Nope.
dude.
Nope, not once. Never, ever have I ever done anything.
Right.
Come on, Carl.
I got your back, Carl. Don't worry, I got your
All right,
back.
so we have this dog, a beautiful blue nose pit, and I, you know, I've always had pit bulls. I had a Zero, my pit bull. I taught this dog how to dive to the bottom of a pool, get a tennis ball, and bring it back up. Used to take him to the a city pool at the end of the season for the dog splash, and everybody would be blown away by Zero, right? So I've had many pit bulls. This one, Kush. One night I go to bed, and the dog comes to bed with me, laying beside me, like he always does, and I'm petting him and petting him, and he attacks me. He rips my chin off.
Oh no!
If I shave, you can see I have a scar right here. Ripped my chin off, punctured the inside of my lip, broke my finger twice. I had bite marks across. The dog was treated like a king, right? Not abused, nothing wrong. You can see I got this fucking cat that was out on my porch. I'm probably gonna get parasites. I'll have to see Jacob in a week. Just out of nowhere, the dog just turned on me. So I can tell you, I know people are going to tell you that, it's how you raise them, and it's all bullshit. Dogs are like humans. They all have personalities, and some of them are just serial killers. And it's true. I hate to say it. And it's not just a pit bull thing. It could be any dog, right? Some of them are just serial killers, and they'll just flip like that. And, I tried to keep the dog for a little bit, as insane as that was, because I took him to the SPCA, and they told me that they would chop his head off and send it to Harrisburg to test him for rabies and all this. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that. So long story short, I eventually found a guy that specialized in dogs that had behavioral issues like that, and he took them. And I don't know what happened after that. Maybe the dog ate him, and he's never been found. I have no idea. But I told him exactly what the dog was about. And it's just like when I hear these stories, and you have these people that come out and they're like, "Oh, it's not the dog's fault. They were probably abused." No, I've experienced it.
Hey,
I've experienced it with a dog that was treated very well. Go ahead.
I got kitty cats, right? And
do.
I'm a widow. I live on my own. And
you don't have kitty cats, you have mountain lions.
Okay, so supposedly if I die, because I got 2 Siamese, the Siamese will eat your face off if you die.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I check in with friends every day just so somebody can find me before my cats eat my face off, right?
I had a Siamese cat when I was a kid, actually. Her name was Samantha. She was the sweetest cat I've ever had in my life. Besides Grayson here, right? That I rescued from my front porch. And I've become quite attached to this cat. I'm not going to lie. I know I keep bringing her up, but we developed a relationship over the winter. Every day I would go out in the morning. She would be out there on my porch, and I would feed her. I bought her a little house. And now she just sleeps right here. She's so cute. She just, I love her. I'm not going to lie.
Yoda is one of the Siamese, and she's in the co-pilot chair right now.
All right.
She just hangs out. She's my co-pilot. So,
you know what, Larry?
She might eat my face off.
Yeah,
so
Larry.
That's really sad.
I'm going to embarrass you right now, my friend. Your story today, the interview you did, I had no idea what you've been through. And you have lived through something that most human beings could not even begin to comprehend. And I want to tell you, I'm honored to have you on my podcast. You are a true American hero. And all the men you stood with are heroes. And you should not feel any guilt about leaving anybody behind, because I know if it were up to you, my friend, you would have not allowed that to happen.
Right.
I know that for a fact. And you have nothing to feel guilty about. You're an honorable man. You served this country honorably. You went above and beyond duty to hold your position bring those other men back safe. So you are a hero, my friend, and you should remember that every day, that I am 150% grateful. And I am so sorry for what you have to live with every day, but know that I appreciate what you've done for me and my grandchildren. And
I appreciate all of you. You guys have been a healing factor in my life. And I get in a bad way, but I love every time I go to the bottom of the stairs. I'm upstairs in the attic now, but every time I go upstairs, I'm going on James's podcast. I'm going on Carl's podcast, so they know not to try and track me down for 2 or 3 hours. But this has been this is the greatest therapy in the world, to be able to communicate with friends. And you're having a bad day, somebody else senses it and picks you up, and that's what it's all about. And all military takes the same oath, Carl, and fate decides how we honor that oath. We don't leave men behind. It's been a creed that was instilled in us for all through boot camp until you could say it in your sleep. But that day we lost and left 3 behind, and that just tears at my heart. It's why I have a heart for the veteran community, because there's a lot of things that a new generation, man, is coming back and are dealing with, and they need to know that somebody is out there that understands what they're saying. They understand what you're feeling. They understand the loneliness, and the list goes on and on and on. But like I said, I would be remiss if I didn't thank each one of you for what you do for me, because I love this. I love these little podcasts, and I'm going to die loving them. So you guys are stuck with me.
Well, you have to remember something, and I live by this, and I say this all the time: is God puts people in your life that you don't even realize the effect they have on your life, and sometimes you'll forsake the friendship that God has given you. For instance, me and Jacob. I met Jacob. I was trying to sell him on advertising on the John Fredericks Radio Network.
Mm-hmm.
First time I met him. Right?
Do you realize who you're talking to? Do you realize what we do?
Yeah. I met him through that. It was just a chance thing. I was going through some ads. I chatted with you. Remember we chatted? I remember our conversation. We chatted for a while.
Yeah.
And I gave your number to
who was it? Some lady. And
a very good friend. I can't think of her name right now. She was a saleswoman for John. Gave your number to her.
It wasn't Lucy, was it?
Yes, Lucy. Yep. Gave your number to Lucy. Thank you, James. Lucy called you a couple of times. And I remember I'd said something to you prior to us ending the call. Hey, if you ever want to come on my podcast, you can. And there you did. You came on, and our relationship put you in the life of James, in the life of Murphy, in the life of Dan, in the life of Larry. And it's just weird. We don't realize it. But God uses us to help each other in ways we do not even realize, and we forsake friendship sometimes. And you look back at some point in your life, and you always go, wow, that person was put in my life for this reason, or this happened to me for this reason. And what happened to you, Larry, I believe God wants you to tell your story so that we don't end up in that same position again. Ever.
Sure.
And it's not that what you did was wasn't heroic. It was extremely heroic. It's just that nobody should have to suffer through what you suffered through, ever, unless it's completely and 100% necessary.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important for what you did today, showing your interview and sharing your story. And again, if anybody didn't get a chance to see that on Getter, go to James's Rumble channel or his YouTube channel. You can find him Empty Pockets Garage on YouTube and Empty Pockets Podcast on Rumble. Look up the last stream. It would be Veteran Affairs, I would assume.
Yeah.
Look that up and watch the interview with Larry. He showed such grace and emotion at the end. You could tell what happened to him sticks with him every day. And that's why I asked you that in the chat, because I could tell during that interview that what you've experienced would live with you. And on Veterans Day, we get lost about what this holiday's about. And I told the story this morning on my radio show. I think I told it the other night too. I was at a restaurant and I go there all the time. We know the waitresses, they're like family there. And I just asked her, Brittany, I said, hey, why do we celebrate Veterans Day? I was just curious to see.
It's Memorial Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day. Why do we celebrate Memorial Day?
Because we remember.
No, she said because it's the beginning of summer. And I'm like, nah, Brett.
You can't wear white until now.
I said it's not really a celebration. It's more of an honoring of the people that have sacrificed so much and have laid their lives down so that we could have freedom in this beautiful country. And she looked at me and she was puzzled, almost like, really? And I'm like, they don't teach this stuff in school anymore.
Yeah.
But Carl,
yes,
being a female,
mm-hmm.
we can't wear white until Memorial Day. Like, you're not supposed to wear white all winter long until, and I don't know if you fellows know this, but really it's a thing. Like, you're not supposed to carry a white pocketbook, wear white jeans, white shoes until after Memorial Day. As crazy as that is, but hey, we're women, right? So you guys can't ever figure us out.
Now, I mean, listen, I'm still trying to figure my wife out, and she's still trying to figure me out, right? We're different. We're different species for a reason, right? We're different. We have different hormones and different attributes for a reason, right? Women are more nurturing. Well, women back in the day were more nurturing. Now they're turning into men.
We're thorn in your ass. So.
Now they're turning into the men. Look at Jacob; he's rolling.
Hey, I like your glasses, Carl.
No, I was gonna say, Carl. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop off.
All right, man.
You thought I could do it. I don't think I. Yeah. I don't think I can. I don't think I can go on. I gotta go lay down.
He's like, I can't get into the week.
Out yesterday on the phone, so he's still tired from that earful.
Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate you coming on today. And while we talked about PTSD, I'm very excited to step forward into what Jacob and I are working on. And I'm looking forward to help me. I've got a positive attitude, and I think that's probably what you need to start this with.
Jacob's
and
awesome.
A commitment.
You will not regret You will not regret Jacob's juice. Come on, Carl. You say my soap won't clog your drains. Okay.
That sounds so wrong.
Jacob's juice.
You act like Jacob's like jacking off in a
No. So the one product I got,
it's like you're chugging like man batter from Jacob.
It was actually a liquid.
I'm gonna leave on that note.
Oh,
He's gonna go get you some more man batter.
No. So Jacob, literally, like one of the products I got from Jacob was actually a liquid that was
hydroxygen.
That's the detox, and then there was pills involved. All naturally.
No coffee enema.
No, he didn't recommend that yet, and I don't think anything's getting up my tight ass. So
coffee enema.
Yeah, coffee. Oh, you didn't know that's on your roster.
Yeah, it's
Larry.
That's
coming your way, brother. You get ready to get a tube stuck up your ass and a little bit of coffee, brother.
Just make sure it's an Iron Bean enema.
All I have is an outie, not an innie.
It's gonna be the fierce, the double caffeine.
Right?
Larry won't be able to sleep for a month.
No, you get some
Hey.
about it.
There you go. I love Iron Bean, man. Like I actually literally before I came up here, I'm like, I'm gonna make a cup, and I just got done drinking a cup. I'm like, you know what?
Absolutely.
I gotta get me juiced up. All right, real quick. One other story that we're gonna get into for all you lunatics that live in New Jersey. This should make your fucking head blow off, right? So the NYNJ World Cup host committee took $50 million from New Jersey taxpayers, bought 1,000 tickets at full price, then turned around and sold them for $50 to New Yorkers. Right? The New Jersey families are the ones that paid for the tickets. They got nothing out of it. They sold them at a loss. And the former governor of New Jersey's wife is the one that sits on the committee. Imagine that. They're robbing the tax dollars from Jersey citizens so that they can give World Cup tickets for $50 a pop, which is, I'm going to probably say like a quarter of the price. From what I read on the story, they didn't even get a discount. They paid full price for these, so they're giving them away at a loss. And the Jersey taxpayers don't even get a shot at them. They don't even get a shot at them. Why would you? Who thought this was a good idea?
Hey, Carl.
Yes,
Remember that text you said, if anybody wants to come stay with you again, because, I'm a retard.
Yeah, I said, say no.
Text me and say, Carl said no. I said no all by myself today, right? So that dude from Jersey that would get drunk and shout at the devil, he got arrested twice when he left my house. And he wanted, because he's got to go to court over one of the arrests. The other one, he just paid the ticket because he was loud and shouting at the devil. Wait a minute.
So is this the guy that lived with you with the retarded dude?
No. But a carrier came and got that guy's stuff, and I went to court last week. So no, this was the guy that came after, and he stayed 2 weeks and 3 days. And I was like, dude, you gotta go. Okay. My house is of peace and the neighborhood is of peace. And by the way, I'm out on bond and I really don't need the cops coming to my door. So he has to come back. He's like, I'll pay you $70 a night to stay with you. And as bad as I need the money, okay, I was like, dude, I'm sorry. My freedom.
$70 a night.
Yeah.
What's included in that?
Well, I mean, breakfast, lunch, dinner, food, electric, 2 showers. The guy.
Do I get free soap?
Yes, there was
Well,
soap
maybe, I
and
mean, I
water.
don't know.
There
Sounds like
was
a
soap
pretty
and
good
water.
deal.
I never saw a person like shower that much, and
That's because he
literally,
was rubbing one out in the shower.
I think he might have been. He was
Of
like
course he was.
34.
Your underwear goes missing. Where'd that go?
Well,
Rubbing one out again.
but yeah, I actually said no. You'd be very proud of me. I was like, dude, my freedom. I don't care if you offered me 700 a night. My freedom is worth
700
more.
a night? You would turn that down?
I would,
Wow, good
Carl.
for you.
You know what? Because you were like, anybody ever wants to stay, call me and say, Carl said no.
Do not listen. You know, I mean, first of all, if you barely know somebody, the last thing you want is them staying with you. All right. So I listen, it's bad enough having somebody you know stay with you, right? As much as you might like that person, right? Like a friend or something, and they're like, hey man, you mind if I crash you for a little bit? By the end of them moving out, you're gonna hate each other. Now, a complete stranger, right? That you just whatever, he's shouting at the devil. I don't even know what the fuck that means. But he's shouting at the devil. And he's like, hey, Murphy, I'm this crazy guy that's shouting at the devil, and I want to come live with you. That should send a red flag right there. Like, hell no. A triple hell no from the beginning.
Okay. So hold on. The whole shouting about the devil thing.
What is that?
He
What do you
he
mean by
was
that
a
anyway?
very tiny man and very skinny. And he had these bumps on his shoulder blades. I think because he was so skinny. He swore that was where. Now I didn't know this then. I know it now. But they clipped his wings. He thinks he's a fallen angel. He thinks he does.
That sounds like a
exorcism.
schizophrenic to me.
Dude. Yeah. Okay.
My uncle was schizophrenic, and he lived with us. I can tell you some stories. And one of them was he thought he was Jesus Christ, and he thought my father was the devil, and he was going to kill him.
He literally thought that he worked for the Vatican, very religious, very Catholic.
What?
And that he performed exorcisms. I was like, how the fuck do I get this guy out of my house? And he
How
wants
the
to come
fuck
back.
did you allow him in there?
Okay, I didn't know this beforehand, but he's going back to Jersey to go stay with his parents. Apparently, him living in the real world didn't work out well for him, and it doesn't make him a bad person. It just makes him that he needs.
The jury's out on that one.
It just means he's been kept all his life.
Oh, I mean
I'm just messing around.
Doesn't the belief that you are a fallen angel kind of dictate that you're a bad person?
Good point, Tony. But
yeah, I think I'm part of God's army that's been cast out of heaven. I mean, that's
I could literally tell.
What the fuck is that?
I could now the guy was 34. I call him a kid. I could tell he never lived on his own. For one, and I don't know what it is with you men. You'll squirt some dish detergent on a sponge to wash a plate in the cup. Okay. But when you have a drainer, you're supposed to rinse and put the stuff upside down so it dries. Now everything was right side up. So the water would be in the cup, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this dude has never lived on his own.
It sounds like the dude was retarded. Like, that's just basic common sense.
And
this cup, the water's not drilling out. Let me drill a hole, dripping out. Let me drill a hole in the bottom.
Right. And like I said, I'm 60, and it would have been like a son to me. And I felt really bad for the guy, but I had to ask him to leave. I'm like, dude, I can't go to jail, okay? It's not like I'm renting. I'm going to get kicked out of my apartment. I got critters. okay, I got stuff. I can't have somebody making a lot of noise and disrupting the neighborhood. You gotta go. But yeah, he first offered me 50 a night. You would have been so proud, Carl. I didn't even have to phone a friend on this one. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
you can't come here.
Yeah, no, I mean that's always a bad idea, Murphy. I'll just tell you right off the bat. Um, Anybody that wants to live with you, that even if they're a friend and you've known them for a while, just ask me. I'll tell you. Just tell them no. Tell them, you know what? I'll help you find a cheap place to stay.
And it was your voice that went through my head, and that text that you said. Just
Good.
text me or tell him to call Carl and I'll tell him no if you can't. But I did it all on my own, and like I said, is that I could use $70 a night. But I'm like, dude, yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got my own issues. I was, and I did. I went to court last week, and both cops were there, and I felt so intimidated, Carl. It's like they're all dressed in their suits with their badges, and of course, lawyer I got, which is a public pretender. They're okay. They're supposed to be lawyers, but I call them a public pretender. And she didn't get the discovery to try to dismiss my case yet. So I got to go back again, and my life is on hold. Because I rented a room. Y'all know the story.
Yeah, well, a public defender.
Hey, I had a public defender get me off on 5 felonies. So
Really?
I walked 5
Wow.
felonies.
They must have been ambitious because most of them are just there to do their time.
She had her own private practice, so
Oh,
she was,
okay.
but she was
And,
called up on the list. They got a
okay.
list. She was called up on the list to be public defender, and she got me off. I walked on 5 felonies.
Wow.
Wow.
You got lucky, man. God's got your back,
Good.
brother. Because
And
there's a
she
lot of
even-
people that get those public defenders and they're like, oh, take this plea deal.
Yeah.
Just take the plea deal. Just
She
take it.
Carl.
literally in court argued the actual law that I was being charged under. She argued that law was being misinterpreted, and the judge agreed.
Damn.
And I never even met this lawyer. Like, I met her in court 5 minutes before the judge came in, and she was like, wait a minute, they didn't hand you the warrant? I said, oh no, ma'am, I got it when the bail lady came to get me. And she's like, huh. So she had actually gotten the discovery delivered to her that day I was in court, and I got to go back. She's got to check it out. She's got to look at it, and so I mean, that counts, people.
If I ever get a public defender, I'm just gonna say, I'll represent myself. I think I got a better chance.
Well,
Probably do.
but when it comes to a search warrant, apparently you have to ask to see it or have.
Yeah, you got to get discovery. Part of the process, they have to give it to you, and if they hold back any discovery, you can have a mistrial because
you make a motion for mistrial.
Yeah, because they've held back discovery from you. Even I know that. Come on.
This event.
That's why I would just defend myself.
It happened in February, and I've now been to court twice, and I'm gonna have to go back. And I only got a couple minutes with the attorney that the state, is representing me. Yeah. Wait a minute, hold on. Make this make sense, Carl. The state is representing me against the state.
Of course. So the state doesn't have your best interest at all,
Right,
because they're gonna
the same place.
they're gonna throw you a plea deal, And
she asked that. She said, "Well, I could talk to the prosecutor and get you no jail time." And I'm like, "Wait, all I did was rent a room.
yeah,
I
how am
shouldn't
I
get
getting
jail
jail
time
time for that?
anyway." And they screwed up so bad. Besides the whole story, it comes down to the warrant. You know, I never got a list. It was, hey,
Well,
I gave you
So
that song.
they actually had a warrant.
They said they did, but I never saw
Did
it.
they ever show it to you?
I got it when the bail lady picked me up out of jail. You know, she drove me home. She also drove me to the gas station to get cigarettes and let me have a cigarette, and then drove me home. I'm like, I don't know anybody. I know nobody here. I got no one to call. And of course,
Wow.
my car was in the driveway, so they took me from my home.
Yeah.
But I do hope that, you know, there are the body cams, because I kept saying, look, I've been really sick. I've been really, really sick. I don't know. I don't know. And they let me fall 3 or 4 times, walking me to their car while I
Wow.
was under arrest.
You should
My legs still
George
hurt.
Floyd them.
I'm telling you, it's the South. They're flipping rednecks here, Carl.
Just George Floyd them.
Hey,
Accuse them all of rape.
I am a
That's
woman.
what I would do. I would just
I am
right
a
now, I
woman.
would accuse them all of rape. They raped me with their mind. Apparently,
Mind
it
rape.
worked. It
That's a
worked
good one.
for E. Jean Carroll. So
Right.
why wouldn't it work for you?
Yeah.
Mind rape.
I was out in my yard, and they took me in the doghouse while it was still there, and it didn't burn down because, you know, somebody set my yard on fire.
Really?
Oh yes,
Jesus Christ, Murphy, where do you live?
Hey, I didn't.
I live in the fucking hood. I'm surrounded by essays around here, all over the place, man.
Would you like
Chicanos, and I don't even have that kind of heat coming down on me.
Do you want me to send you the video of my yard on fire? Look, the doghouse is a total loss. The dog.
I mean, you
the
set
dog
my yard
carrier-
on fire. My neighbors know if I see you in my backyard, I'm probably going to shoot you. So that would be a really bad idea.
I know. I went to the flea market, right? I come home. I made an Italian hoagie, and I laid down there, it's banging on my door, and I'm thinking, oh God, what do the cops want now? Now, what did somebody say I did? No. It was a neighbor down the road, and she said, "Lady, your yard's on fire." And I walked out, and I looked, and I shook my head. I didn't call 911. I was afraid to call 911, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at her, and she's like, "Don't worry, I called 911." I said, "Good thing you did, because I wouldn't." Now my whole house
Let your
could have
house burn down. You know what I did?
I'm so afraid of the police over. You know, it all started with the dogs, Carl. You know.
Yeah.
And
yesterday, about I don't know, 3 o'clock, I came home with my truck, and I was so distracted. My truck ran from 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock this morning, idling all night. I'm downstairs at 6 a.m. prepping for my radio show, and I get this knock on my door, and I'm thinking, like, who the fuck is that? And my neighbor Tess down the street, she's like, Carl, she's like, I went to work last night, because she works at Wawa down the street. She's like, went to work and your truck was running. Yeah, she's like, your truck was running. And I didn't say anything. Thought maybe you were going somewhere. She's like, I came back on my way back from work and it's still running. She's like, I think your truck was running all night. I'm like, no way. Yep. Running all night. Sitting there idling. So now I got a gas can. I got to put gas in it just to get it to the gas station.
Oh, dang.
But
Carl,
hey, that's how distracted I am.
Keep your tank full, okay? And as you know, I live on Brokeback Mountain, and
you got a bunch of homos?
No, I live on Brokeback Mountain. So
that's what I said. You got a bunch of homos?
I keep my tank full.
I wish I could quit you.
If it gets to 3/4 of a tank, I go and I fill it up. Actually, I just had to put $20 in it, and it didn't fill it all up. I'm like, what the heck is that? I mean,
$20 hasn't filled
prices.
the tank up in a long time.
Literally, Armor hot dogs at the Dollar General usually go for $1.75.
Yeah. I mean, with the
Whether
price of gas now, it's like I just probably wasted. I think I had a quarter of a tank of gas. I just wasted a quarter of a tank of gas just fucking idling all night.
and keep it cool.
I went out and I'm like, oh shit, did I really do that? And thank God I had a extra key. My wife found. I'm out there. I have a Slim Jim, and I'm out there trying to Slim Jim the fucking door open, and it's not easy. In my van, it's just not easy. And so I'm sitting there trying to Slim Jim my fucking door open when my wife comes out, and she's like, "Hey, dumbass, here's a key." I'm like, "Gee, thanks." But hey, it happens, right? We all do dumb shit.
You should never let your okay. So I grew up in Jersey and Florida, and
I'm lucky somebody didn't break the window and steal it.
Right?
It's
right.
parked on the street.
But
I have thousands of dollars worth of tools in it.
I've been in states that emergencies happen often. And so even though living on Brokeback Mountain, I keep
is that really the name of it?
No. You seen the address on the soap.
Yes, is that like are there a bunch of gay people?
Well, okay. Instead of running the tank to empty and coming up with $10 to go somewhere, if you have a full tank and it goes down to 3/4 of a tank and you fill it up, it's $15 and the tank is full. So yes, it's a little bit of an investment, but I literally, like, if there was a fire, on the other part of the neighborhood and they evacuate me,
or in your
I don't
yard.
have to sit there in line at a gas station. I can giddy up and go.
Who would set your yard on fire?
Well, I think it was the people with the dogs, Carl. No shit. I
Giddy
can't
up and
prove it.
go on Brokeback Mountain.
I can't prove it was them all because I actually have a camera.
Was it the two gay cowboys next door?
Tex-Mex and the Clampets,
The friction from their butt sex set the
no.
Lord.
Hold on, Carl. I'm gonna send you this video.
She's the one that brought up the Brokeback Mountain.
You don't even have to send it to me. You can pull it up yourself. Just
no, it's not in the computer. No, it's not in the computer. I haven't hooked this phone up to the computer yet because Google just kind of it sucks everything up.
Google set her yard on fire.
No, it wasn't Google.
It was the two gay cowboys.
I think it was the Clampets because they literally would go by and roll the window down and look at the yard, like to look at their
friction from the butt sex.
So
I'm sorry. I don't know why I had to go there, but I had to go. You make me do this shit, Murphy.
I drive you crazy.
It's your fault.
This is why I don't date Carl. I make all men crazy.
A lunatic. So what's good, Larry?
Where do we go from here?
I don't know. I'm trying to think maybe you and James could save us.
Yeah, we've.
James
I
is
can't.
like,
Murphy's a hard act to follow, dude.
Hey, I'd say come live with me, but I can't have anyone in my life until Carl says it's okay.
Okay.
Nobody.
Nobody's
We'll get permission.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, you knew my family. They couldn't stay at my house for a day. We'd be killing each other.
Not
my family. Lord have mercy.
What is
Here we go. Here we go.
That's Murphy's neighbors. Don't tell Murphy we set her lawn on fire the other night. We got romantic in the doghouse.
Hey, Carl, go ahead and
I
look
told you to bring the lube.
Hey, go ahead. I just sent you two
What
two
did
videos
you
of my
text it
yard
to
on
me or
fire.
email it? Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna have
I
to.
can't email it because it's not in my computer. It's only on my phone.
All right.
I
Let me
got one
see.
of them cheap phones, so
Yeah.
if I plug it in, Google's gonna want to give me all my contacts. And
Murphy's yard is pot. It's a bunch of pot plants. That's why they set it on fire. The neighborhood gets high.
I don't even smoke weed right now. No, it was my trees are singed. I don't know if they're gonna make it.
That's what they all say. I
The
don't smoke
doghouse
weed.
is a
Meanwhile,
total
you're high
loss.
as a kite.
I was my tummy was full, man. I came home from the flea market and I made an Italian hoagie, man. I was hungry. I was tired because you get up 5 or 6 in the morning and you're out there till 1 or 2 in the afternoon. I was sunburnt and
So, on your Italian hoagie, do you use oil or oil and vinegar?
oil and vinegar.
What's
No mayo,
wrong
just
with
the
you?
oil and vinegar.
Nobody uses oil. I hate the oil and vinegar. I can't do it. I
Oh,
gotta
love it.
have. I gotta have. Damn it!
What makes the
I use an
hoagie?
Italian vinaigrette.
You
You
like?
know,
I can't do it. Like I'll do like a. I don't even know how we got involved in this conversation.
because my yard got on fire and I ate an
Well,
Italian hoagie.
I'm.
That's
Did
how
you
we got on
toast
this
it using
conversation.
the fire on your yard?
Well, and so
Break out the marshmallows.
what actually makes the hoagie?
Would anybody like a s'mores? My yard's on fire.
Like if you
The
go
two Brokeback Mountain homos had gay sex in the doghouse, and now my yard's on fire.
if you go to like Subway here, at least here, they make they call it an Italian hoagie, but they make it with pepperoni. And by definition, it could be made with pepperoni. But what makes the Italian hoagie is literally hard salami. There's no better taste in the world than hard
Sounds so
salami.
wrong. It sounds wrong. Hard salami?
Yeah, hard salami. That's what makes the Italian hoagie.
Why does that not sound right?
There he goes again. Hey, James.
Because she's on Brokeback Mountain.
The two gay guys were giving each other the hard salami.
Are you watching that video, Carl? Are you
I'm
watching
trying
it?
to send it. Hold on. I gotta email it to myself.
Oh, okay.
And it's a pain in the ass because I gotta find it in the files. I'm trying to save it to my photos, Murph. And it's just not working. It's not working. Not letting me do it.
Because you got my luck, Carl.
It's not happening. I can't do it. But let me describe it. So it's Murphy outside, running around in her underwear with a water hose.
Damn, I'm trying to picture that.
Trying to put out the fire. And all of a sudden, while she's doing it, you see these two gay naked guys come out of the doghouse with cowboy hats on, and they run across the yard. And the next thing you know, the cops show up at Murphy's house and, well,
arrest me for it.
Are arresting her. And the gay guys are laughing.
No, actually, so okay, there's no fire hydrants here in my neighborhood.
Who needs a fire hydrant? They're overrated. Just ask California.
Yeah, right. So be very careful when you move into a small town with the backwards freaking redneck cops and shit. But
do you have a volunteer fire company?
Well, hold on. So it was the chief of no,
the volunteer fire company. Chief. I'm sorry, that's the word, because they're all just getting drunk at the firehouse.
The fire chief shows up first, Carl, and he's like, "Well, you got a hose, like a garden hose, fire." Right? And like, come on, I was just asleep. I was in a deep sleep because I ate that Italian hoagie. And
That'll do it.
Well, I said, wait a minute. Well, someone turned off my water last season, and I don't know how to even turn it back on. So he's out there with a garden hose trying to put that fire out. And finally, at the end,
fire truck. We don't have fire truck.
Fire truck that I guess was filled with buckets of water. By then it was really cooking. You saw the video, Carl. That shit. Had the wind been blowing the other way, my whole house would have been gone.
He's on the phone.
I would have never dialed 911.
We need another 50 buckets of water. Can you bring them up?
Right.
They don't even have a fire truck. Yeah, I mean, granted, the guys that volunteer firemen, I get what you're doing, but I got to be honest. They're usually the guys that are setting the fires, so they have something.
Look, I was just waiting for the.
Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but there's been a couple.
I was waiting for the dude to bust out some marshmallows, not ask me for my garden hose.
He pulls out a hot dog and a bun.
Right.
Yeah. You got any sticks around here?
No, they did. I mean, the next morning it was still smoldering out there, and. Like I couldn't have a dog before because of the Clampetts and the violent dogs that live next to me. But now I got no place to let the dog sleep in a little house outside. So, I'm never going to have a dog. I'm stuck with Buttkiss, the freaking mountain lion. And
why would you name? I don't even want to know. I think you told me a while back, but I'm not even going there. I think the gay neighbors, your gay. Brokeback butt sex mountain neighbors. They're the ones.
That's a hard one to top.
The hard salami.
I looked and you know what, Carl? So I looked up my address, on Zillow. My house.
And why do you put your address on soap? That's the worst idea, Murphy.
No, honey. I'm not on soap. I looked my address up on Zillow.
No, I'm saying when you send out soap. When you mail out soap to people?
It's got my phone number. You can reverse look that up. You can find out exactly where I live.
I don't want to find that shouldn't be allowed.
Okay.
People are doing it right now.
Yeah, well, they gotta have the business card. So
they're like, I'm gonna move in with Murphy. $75 a night? And I can scream at the devil?
No, I sleep on the sofa.
But shout at the devil.
It's like a bread and breakfast here, Like there's always coffee made.
It's the bed and breakfast rub and tug. Murphy Soap Company.
Carl.
$75 a night, all inclusive.
Stop. Come on, I'm 60. You
don't have arthritis in your hands.
When a female is 60, we don't do that stuff anymore.
Just remember, you're not pulling weeds.
Why not? Why not, Murphy?
Well,
why when you're
because I've already changed life, and a man trying to stick wood in my freaking hole is an inconvenience to my life. Okay, it's like get the fuck off of me. Okay, I don't want a huggy, kissy. Get off of me and go away.
You sound like my wife now.
I'm glad my husband that passed away. I'm so happy that I'm not 60.
I feel like I'm going to bed right now, and my wife's saying, "Get away from me."
You know what? Because we still get those hot flashes. We don't want anyone.
See, I thought it was just because I always thought my wife got the hot flashes because I was in bed next to her. Now I know it's just a change of life.
But we end up in a sweat, Carl, and just.
I thought it was just because she was next to me, and I'm just so attractive.
Yeah,
it's like you wake up and I'm next to you, and it's Nosferatu.
Hold on. I bet she puts a pillow in between you two, doesn't she?
No.
Or the covers. Does she wrap the
No,
covers?
I got the dogs in between us.
That's
pillow.
102 BTU, man. She's really hot then.
Nah, actually, no. We snuggle when we go to bed. We still snuggle. You got to, right?
No, I couldn't. I'd be like, get the fuck off of me.
Well, you're mean. That's why. You're one of those mean ladies. Get away from me.
No, I don't.
Didn't I give you a rub and tug for $75? Get away from me.
I'll make you coffee and biscuits and
all
gravy,
of a sudden, she turns into an Asian lady. You're like, oh, hello. Oh, $75?
No, come on.
You'll stay here $75. Yeah, no, say no to anybody. I don't care if they offer you $100. That's a bad idea. First of all, you bought the place to have to yourself.
Yes.
Right? So you don't need anybody. Just sell more soap. That's all you have to do. Sell more soap. Make more soap, sell more soap, and you'll be fine. You don't need anybody to live with you. And by the way, Murphy's soap is amazing. I'm just going to say that right now. I use her soap. I buy her soap. I love her soap. I'll tell you this. The worst problem you have is your soap lasts a long time. Right? So you're not making it melt fast enough in the shower, because I still have bars that I bought from me. I think I bought like 6 of them. I think it was like a year ago.
Your wife did.
Yeah, my wife did. And I still have them. I still use them. I love them. They don't clog your drain. And that's one of the most important things. My wife hated natural soap from the grocery store. For some reason, it clogs your drain. It gets caked up and built up.
Because it's not natural.
Exactly.
It's melt and pour. That's what it is. I mean, when you're buying goat's milk or what they call all natural, and you're buying it for $3 a bar, I guarantee you it's melt and pour. And you know what? They got crap in there. I looked it up because I was going to use melt and pour to do a cheaper brand. Yeah. And it's got animal husbandry stuff. Go ahead on Amazon and look at melt and pour soap. Like, what the heck is that? Is there some jism from a cow in there?
Ew.
Like, what?
You could just get it from Jacob. You don't need a cow.
Holy
right?
shit.
Send you Jacob's juice.
Jacob's juice is very healing. So.
Oh, my God. This is why he got off, by the way, probably. Jacob's like, I'm not getting involved in this. I'm trying to be a professional here, and you guys are fucking ruining it for me.
Yeah, no. So, I texted you, call me, and it was about advertising. So I might be streaming 5 days a week, not 7, because I like to do, my weekend shows.
Yeah.
And so Rumble has this campaign ad. And
I know all about it.
If you read their
I know all about it.
Did you get screwed or did you get paid?
No, I got paid till I got screwed by somebody named Dildo. That didn't like my my going into his chat and challenging his White House talking points. But we'll get into that later after the midterms. But he was able to find me twice, and
that's the guy that stole your channel.
Oh, that's the guy. He didn't steal my channel. He connected. He's connected with Danny Boy, and
but in any event, so I don't have to run out.
He decided that my little channel was enough of a threat. And by the way, I know this for a fact. I was told this and showed the communication, which I have. I have the communication. It was given to me. The person I know knows somebody that works at Rumble.
Well,
so apparently, I was a threat enough because he couldn't combat what I was saying. And so matter of fact, Tyler caught the last interaction from my other channel and recorded it. I don't know if he still has it. When he bounced me out and told me, we'll just run a train on your mom. And that was it.
That's some sick stuff.
Wow. It's because he's a pussy and he's a fraud. And he cannot debate. All he can do is curse and read White House talking points and be
Carl, you know what I did to my stalker? I brought her live on my show and she couldn't debate. All she could do was call me trailer trash and everything else. I'm like, they make trailers that are 2 stories now? I didn't know that. My house is 2 stories. And that girl followed me around for over a year. She was like a case of the bad class, okay? So I couldn't shake her, but I was in Benjamin Owens' chat room. And if you look back on my channel, you could see this. All the girl did was just curse at me and everything else. And I don't understand it. Like, I say, don't engage, just shut up. Oh, you want to show pussies now, do you, Carl?
Look at her.
She's a big cat.
It's Gracie.
She's a big kitty.
She's great, like mine.
She's small. This cat is the sweetest cat, and she lived outside. And the cat absolutely loves me. And I don't like cats. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person, but I like this cat. Yeah. I have a connection with her. She's
you like Butkus. I mean, you
because
marvel.
Butkus doesn't live in my house. That's why I like Butkus.
And trust me, I wake up and there's Butkus between my legs, and I'm like, what the fuck? You can't move. I got. I love them. I love my critters. So
yeah. Well, you know what? The critters keep the critters out. So this is my studio cat. So this is where she lives, in my studio.
Good.
But I, sometimes when the kitty litter box is in here, and my wife scoops it, I just have to come in and light a candle. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the kitty litter boxes. I'm not gonna lie.
Let her outside. Let her go play.
She was outside. I'm not putting her back outside. She'll get killed.
Well, but she might.
I live in the city. She doesn't like outside. That's why she lived on my porch.
Teach her to use the toilet.
I should. Well, my dogs would eat her. That's the problem. She's got to be back here. My dog.
Fly swatter. Bring one dog in at a time. And
you don't understand, Murphy.
Walk them on the butt.
My dog jumped over the gate, ripped the acoustical tiles on my door, and they're not cheap, by the way. Ripped them off of my door, got into here, and didn't do anything to the cat. Was so anxious, he wanted to get the fuck out. And the only reason I knew he was in here because I heard my daughter heard the scratching on the door, and she's like, I just got home from being out, and my daughter's like, do you guys know the dog's in the back? And I'm like, what? She's like, the dog's in your studio. I'm like, what the fuck? I go up and the acoustic tiles are ripped off.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's all right. I have a bunch of extras, but still, it's not the point. The point is, could have ate my cat. And then the cat, I forgot to shut my laptop, and the cat took a bunch of the keys off of my laptop, so I had to snap them back.
I had that happen. The dirty beggars, they do that. Like Why? They want to like. Oh,
well, they were on catsmeow.com and got pissed off.
Is that what it was?
Hey, Tony.
They were on Cat Hub.
Tony, wait till he gets his Amazon bill, right? And he sees remember that old skit from Steve Martin? He needed kitty handcuffs. that all that stuff got sent to his house because the cat literally went on the internet and ordered all that stuff. Right.
Oh,
So I don't think they took those keys off by accident. They were probably very important keys. Look for a delivery of cat toys. And
sure,
then
he's got a bunch of cat toys. The fucking cat's spoiled already.
Go find Steve Martin's freaking that skit he did about he needed kitty handcuffs and he needs them fast. So
what was that on? So the suspect at the White House shooting is dead, and I think somebody else got shot.
Wait! Somebody tried to shoot Trump again.
Apparently,
did
Whoa,
you see
say that again? What happened?
Oh, you missed the cold open of my show. So there was a attempted. There was an armed suspect that approached. I believe it was the west side of the White House. Didn't get in the perimeter, but pulled out a gun and began to shoot, and then got shot. But I guess during the exchange, a civilian got hit, and then the other guy. That was the shooter got taken. And like I said from the beginning of the show, like who thinks they're going to be able to go there? It's almost like you're just suicidal.
There's better
You're not going to hit anybody. You're not going to,
There's better ways to commit suicide. You could just go to the good doctor and he'll dope you up with lots of good drugs. And
or you could just do like that clip that Tony pulled up on my show the other day and just off your friend and then off yourself. In the car. YouTube took that down.
I figured they would.
Yeah, the Secret Service did light them up. Yep.
Carl, you notice that clip is not on my
It's
show.
not. It's not. Like the next day, like YouTube's like, this is not a strike, but we are taking that down. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, when you put that up, I'm like, you were like, oh, and they show it. I'm like, really? They showed it.
I was in the bad girl corner for 2 years on YouTube, and I tried to sign in, and apparently I could fight them about that. So 2 years later, because I was political, I was all about COVID stuff, and so 2 years later, I tried to sign in. And they said, we don't see anything wrong with your channel. So they gave me my channel back. And I'm like, I promise I won't go live. So I uploaded some of the songs I did.
Yeah. So
I haven't went live. Hey, creep out.
We've got this peace deal that supposedly is being negotiated right now. But already, if you go on X, you've got Mark Levin, you've got Ben Shapiro, and you've got Laura Loomer bashing this peace deal. They're out there going, oh, you can't have peace with these people. You got to go in and destroy them. It's like, you people are psychos. They're absolute psychos. I'm against this war in Iran. Everybody knows my opinion on it. If we can get a peace deal and nobody else has to die on either side, let's just fucking do it. Let's end it. Let's be done with the bullshit in the Middle East. Let's bring our boys back home. I don't even want to get involved in fucking Cuba. Fuck Cuba, because if we get involved in Cuba, it's going to become another Puerto Rico where it's just another protectorate of the United States that gets our fucking money and we get nothing in return. Their corrupt politicians just grifted off the top. And the American taxpayer will just get screwed again. Let Cuba fall. I could care less. I want nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. As long as no adversary like China or Russia come in there and stabilize it, I don't care. Let the people all die there. Let it be a barren island. I could care less. I just want to be done with all these wars. I don't want anybody to ever go through what Larry had to go through, ever.
People already fell, and they've been captured, and I'm sorry about their bad luck, but I mean, it would be in the interest of the United States to have them as friends because what? They're a 10-minute freaking flight over, not 85, 95 miles away. But I mean, look, I don't know if anybody's ever been to Miami, but my pop was in the VA in Miami. I tried to stop at an ATM. It was all in Spanish. I couldn't even get $20 out of my bank account because it was all in Spanish, which should be illegal. I mean, if you're coming to America, you should know English.
That cat's
Learn
in
it
heat.
something.
That cat sounds like it's in heat, man.
It
Whose
is.
cat
It
Is that
is.
your cat?
Yeah.
You better stick a pencil in it.
What? Oh, you're a sick pup. No, she needs to get fed.
Shut her up.
She's a rescue. That's Smiley. So
why am I sick? I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, it'll go away. It's about 2 weeks of noise. And
My question is, do we think that this peace deal actually materializes into anything, or do you think that it gets sabotaged?
It's smoke and mirrors.
No, I don't either.
I'm very doubtful. I'm praying it does because
hope and you pray, but I mean, hope for the best, expect for the worst.
I have
look, we had a ceasefire, and then Israel goes in and screws with them, and
exactly.
No, there's not going to be a peace deal. No. Somebody's going to double cross them. Look, if I was another country, I wouldn't trust America. All right, I wouldn't trust our government because they lie. And
well, every government
lies.
Yeah, but
they lie.
Our government has truly sent us up the river without a paddle. These last 15 years or so has been worse than any since Obama. It's just gone downhill, and they're getting richer and richer at an accelerated rate. Have you noticed that?
Did you notice
just before COVID? Remember that?
Yep.
Everybody's income just started shooting up.
It did. Did anybody notice all the neocons that Trump had at the swearing in of the Fed chair? Susan Rice, Kevin McCarthy,
Dan Quayle.
Dan Quayle. I'm like vomiting as I'm hearing him. I'm hearing him mention these names, and I'm like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?"
Yeah, it saddened me to see
he's
Tulsi.
Sucking Yahoo's dick. That's what he's doing.
Has happened. And again, I lay it out on every show because I don't think people realize Jared Kushner has known Bibi since he was a kid. His father was good friends with Bibi, and Jared Kushner used to travel over to Israel, I think, every summer and spend the summer with Bibi. That should send alarm bells up in your head. Not only that, Susie Wiles, Trump's chief of staff, ran Benjamin Netanyahu's campaign to get reelected in Israel. Think about that for a minute. She controls everything that President Trump sees, everybody that has access to him. Not only that, they had this 1 second, I'll let you talk. They had this supposed contract out on Ivanka's life that this guy that they captured was the hitman to take her out. I'm not buying it. I'm just not. They're trying to paint a narrative of why we have to go in and take out Iran. They're trying to get the American people behind it because they know a majority of MAGA has descended from the Israel first crowd. I'm not an Israel first crowd. I'm an American absolutist. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Call me an isolationist. Call me whatever you want.
Racist.
You call me a racist. I voted to put America first. And to this day, nobody has been able to show me how being involved over in Iran is beneficial to the United States. And don't give me the bullshit about the fucking nuclear bomb and all the other crap, because it's all smoke and mirrors, my friends. I've played it on my show a billion fucking times. You've got BB talking about Iraq on the verge of nuclear weapons, and we had to do a preemptive strike.
There's no way.
Then
they're not even. That's stupid. There's no way that's possible.
You do. You guys realize in 2017, Trump converted to be a Jew, and there is a documentary about it on BitChute. I don't think I showed it because I was all in for Trump. I voted
not an anti-Semite. And no, Joe Vaughn did not convince me. We didn't even get into it, America 93. Sorry. But the next time I have him on, I'm definitely getting into that.
And okay, so supposedly because his daughter married Kushner.
Well, I think Ivanka converted. I don't think Trump did.
No. There is, and I can show it one Sunday on my channel. It was over on BitChute.
Show it. Do it. I don't want to see Trump walking around with a yarmulke on.
Oh, well, when he was sucking face with the freaking Jewish wall. Hello. Although every president goes and licks the balls of the freaking...
At least I'm not an anti-dentite.
Well, look, you know.
I'm all about America first.
Use people can freaking burn. I don't care. Your house could be a glass parking lot. I don't care. I care about America. I care that we are literally paying for dumbasses from third world countries that happen to be smart enough to rape our government for money. Yeah. Meanwhile, I got to decide, well, I got $10 to spend for food this week, which is usually a roll of liverwurst, one onion, and a loaf of bread.
That's the most disgusting meal I've ever heard in my life.
Huh?
Liverwurst is gross, man.
Well, Carl,
you don't eat that, do you?
I do.
I'd rather eat a can of dog food.
For 3 weeks, I've been.
I would rather take a can of dog food. I would rather eat ramen noodles. Not only the ramen noodles, I would even get the fake shrimp.
Dog food here. I got some pretty tasty dog food for my dog.
Look,
yeah.
For some, and you know, I talked to Jacob about this, and he said, when you've got an organ issue, you will crave certain foods. And the last time I had blood work done, my liver enzymes are up.
Certain organs, round steak.
Well, but
you talking about tube steak?
But so check this out. So I go online.
It's got protein inside.
I look up liverwurst, and there's some Beyond Meat in the crap I'm eating. So I'm looking at, well, how do I make homemade liverwurst? You know?
Oh my God! Don't make liverwurst, man. You're not 100 years old. Only 100-year-old people sit there and eat liverwurst and.
For one, I'm craving it.
Liver and onions. Oh my God! I'll never forget. My grandmother used to make liver and onions. Talk about making.
No, I can't eat that. No, I can't eat that. For some odd reason, I'm craving it. I've been living off of liverwurst.
You're turning into a zombie. You'll be eating the gay. You'll be eating the gay cowboys next door.
Yeah,
the Brokeback Mountain Cowboys. You'll be eating their face and their hard salami.
I can't eat their dogs.
I need tube steak.
I can't eat their dogs because the dogs literally are nothing but ribs, and nobody wants.
And that's apparently.
They lost so much weight, Carl. They are. they're. And you know what? So a sheriff does go out there months and months and months ago. And they tell the sheriff the dogs have been sick. And the sheriff comes back to me. I'm like, look, I used to manage an SPCA. And those dogs are in bad shape. He goes, well, Well, they told me the dogs were sick. I said, did you ask for vet bills? Because that's neglect as well. If your dog is really, really sick and it's nothing but skin and bones, I'm thinking you'd take it to the vet. Oh no, oh, these people, they preach the gospel. I'm sorry, they've been sick. Yeah, you're taking them to the vet. Where's the vet bills?
I can't liverwurst at all. It's just the thought of it is enough to make me just. I'm feeling ill from it right now.
No, you guys don't know what's good. I got your back on this one, Murph. I love liverwurst too.
Yeah.
Larry,
Okay,
come on.
With a big old
man.
onion, a piece of cheese, and a loaf of bread.
I saw that
on $10
earlier, Tony. Is that who it was?
I've seen multiple posts. Right, I'm on that right now while we're talking.
I saw that before I went live, actually, because there's a video showing that, and then there's an Asian reporter that here's the shots and ducks under, and I thought it was just a hoax, like the Epstein
multiple
files.
Posts saying that that's the shooter.
I thought it was a hoax, like the Epstein files. Let me see if I can find that.
I don't know. I'm seeing multiple posts saying that that's the shooter.
Who's the shooter?
Well, I'm gonna
another libtard, probably.
Yeah, it's a tranny.
Yeah. Oh, yep. There you go.
Really? Oh, the most dangerous people in America right now.
So it's a mental illness. You can't chop off your junk and get fucking flotation devices put in your chest and call yourself a she. What was that song? The guy went somewhere and he shaved his legs and he was a she and do. No, it didn't work like that.
I'm seeing if I can find it on my feed.
It's a lot more complicated. Then you got that little queer that sold for Bud Light and cost them billions, talking about his first period. It ain't nothing to fucking brag about, okay? Literally, you want to take someone's eyes and gouge them out, okay? You curl up in a ball, you're in so much pain. It's nothing to celebrate, trust me, guys. Okay, it's like, leave it alone. Leave it. Okay, women get very bitchy around that time. I'm glad.
No shit. I've been married for a long time. I know all about it.
Well, she will celebrate the day she goes through the change of life. Those hot night sweats at night ain't gonna be a thing. It doesn't feel like her freaking uterus is being ripped out 7 days out of the month. And that little bag fest.
That's really descriptive.
That little bag fest. I'm celebrating. I got my period. You didn't get your period.
Right,
Till somebody fist pumps you up through your fucking bottom end.
Holy
and tries to rip
fuck.
out your organs.
All right, so that's the shooter.
Oh my God.
Most dangerous group of people in America.
Yeah, why don't they tell us what drugs they were taking? What pharmaceutical
That's disturbing
drugs?
as hell, man. That's
what
just
pharmaceutical drugs?
That's what, like the 10th one.
Oh,
I've done lost count.
That's like the 10th one that's been transgender.
I don't know. Maybe we need to deem.
It's what it says on the shirt.
How about
trannies in women's restroom?
How about if we deem transgender people like Antifa? What did they deem them as?
A terrorist group?
Yes. If you're a transgender, you should be a terrorist group.
I mean, I agree with that. I mean,
well, that's like the young man that shot Charlie Kirk. He was part of that
tranny group,
armed queers of Salt Lake City. And
Yep.
for some reason, they had like almost $250,000 in their bank account.
And he was taking it up the ass by his freaking living, freaking whatever.
Now you don't know that.
Trans furry.
He could have been a top, not a bottom. You don't know that.
Oh,
yeah, Murphy, you're judging his if he's a swinger or a batter.
Yeah.
I'm sure it goes both ways in those relationships. Do me next. I don't know, right?
Well, listen.
I don't know. I you know, I'm a female. That's exit only, and touch my ass, I will kill you.
Damn.
You can spank that ass, but you can't.
Holy
It's an exit
shit.
only. Look at James. He's just shaking his head.
James is spanking his stuff right now. He's like, wait a minute. Keep on talking dirty to me, baby. Keep it up.
Really, really.
He got one of those. James got one of those machines from Japan. He doesn't need any hands.
and
you just hear.
There's something I say about the internet.
Oh,
right?
Tony.
I say about the internet, I'm like, look, you know, some kids when they were growing up, they had an invisible friend. And at least I'm not crazy at 60 because other people literally interact with my invisible friends, and they you know, they have screen names and other people see them. So I'm not crazy anymore.
Invisible friends.
I would get checked with that. I'm just saying.
Invisible
There's people
friends.
in your chat room too, James. Okay.
I know.
They are invisible friends with names. Every kid that had an invisible friend named it. You got invisible. You're never going to meet them people. You're never going to see them. They just have a chat room name, like I'm Murphy's Law. Most of y'all are never going to meet me, especially with Carl by my side, because he says, "Yeah, no, they can't come and stay. You have them call me. You're never going to meet me."
Well, we actually have we have meet and greets here, so people at least within driving distance. We've had them come as far away as Michigan to come down and meet us. So,
yeah, well, I don't even want to go to the grocery store after the intimidation in court. Literally, like I'm afraid to drive 12 miles up the road that the cops are going to stop me and put me in jail just because they don't like me. And you know, Carl, did I tell you?
It's more than that, but
well, okay, they got hard on for me, dude. And I found out the chief of police lost his chief of police ship back in October, and that's about the time I talked to the mayor, and she asked about the dog situation. I said, "Oh no, they're still there." So that gives them more of a reason to have a boner for me.
This is Murphy when she goes to the grocery store. Hold on. That's Murphy at the grocery store.
Exactly.
She turns into an Asian lady. Oh!
There's another.
Hi.
There's another video that shows a different reporter ducking and covering.
Is that the one out on the White House lawn?
I'm gonna pay that $99 for a year to have Walmart deliver. You just literally have to buy $35 on your order, and it's free. Of course, you tip the driver, right? But I'll never have to leave my house again unless one of my pets have to go to the vet. But I'm just done. And you know, when all is done
wait
and
a
over
minute.
with,
You're never leaving your house again?
If all this gets dismissed, I'm gonna turn around and file a civil suit about this.
There's big money,
and so I can sell my house and move.
Right.
Big money.
I'm done. I thought small town USA I could just be left alone, and apparently when
I just beat up his mailbox. Some of the shit on here, it's almost just hilarious. Just people are fucking dumb and retarded. They really are. Oh, there you go.
Some of them are just.
This is the one I came across earlier, Big Tony.
No, there's another one. I believe it's a white chick ducking and covering. I'm trying to find it right now. While we've been talking, I've been scrolling through it.
What the hell is this? Whoops. And you know that's some white liberal.
Well, Audrey, the family of Vito Tanapakti is not happy about this sentence, and they are especially critical of the judge who oversaw this trial. They say that Judge Linda Colfax unfairly kept some details of Watson's prior juvenile record from the jury, but then considered his successful completion of juvenile probation in her sentencing decision today. Because of technicalities in the law, she decided to focus on one of the charges he was convicted of, assault causing great bodily injury, carrying a 3-year sentence. That's because the jury also found that when Antoine Watson violently attacked Vito Tanapakti on January 28, 2021, they also found him guilty of 2 enhancements on that charge. Judge Colfax says the law allows an additional 5 years for those enhancements. Because Watson has already served 5 years in jail and then earned additional credit for time served for good behavior, she decided instead of sending him to prison for 2 more years, what's left of this sentence, she instead granted him probation.
You know, here's the thing. These judges are going to continue to release these criminals unless the judges are held liable for their actions.
Charge the judges for the same crime or as inclusion. And
here's the thing. If one of these violent criminals come in front of a judge and they, let's say they've been incarcerated twice for violent behavior, and you let them out when they should be behind bars, like in this case, the judge should be held liable for his actions. 100%. She should go to prison, and the victim of the assault should be able to sue the judge personally for everything she has.
That wasn't a she. That looked like a dude, Carl. I'm
Whatever. It definitely looked like it had a mustache. It was either a dude or an Italian woman. One of the two. You know, because Italian women always have mustaches.
Well, women with black hair usually they usually
Memorial
get
Day since 2022. President Trump promises the prices will go down, but his grip on Republican support on Capitol Hill is weakening.
At least he finished his final sentence. It's like, what are you ducking on?
Hang on. Hang on. You see old dude back there by the pillar.
Yeah. It shouldn't be funny, but it is. I mean, I don't know why it is. It's not funny, but it's just like the way people act.
I don't know why you're running. Why don't you just lay down on the ground? Running, you're still a target. Hello. And I'm just a dumb blonde. I literally would just lay flat on the ground. Bullets are flying. Why do they fly?
Well,
They're in the
I gotta tell you, when I was in Butler and Trump got shot, it literally, like, at first I thought there was a shooter within the crowd because it was that close. It was that close. And the first thing I said is I grabbed my wife's arm. As soon as I heard the first shot, that was it. I knew what it was. I'm like, she turned to me and she's like, "Is that fireworks?" I'm like, "No, that's a fucking gunshot. Get down and start to crawl out." And everybody just started to flee. They say everybody stood. They didn't stand there. Everybody ran. They ran. We crawled out. I had my wife and my mother-in-law crawling out. I don't have the video anymore because obviously Dildo axed my
You need to
YouTube
start
channel.
downloading your stuff, Carl. You know,
Well, I'm streaming on multiple platforms now, so I don't have to worry about it.
okay.
Yeah, everybody at the rally there that day thought that it was somebody in the crowd, and
Yeah.
until it was quite obvious it wasn't.
Well, I remember it was such a hot freaking day, and they delivered these pallets of water days ahead
Mhm.
of time, right? So you
Yep.
just had
The
hot
hot
water.
water. Yep.
And I remember me and my wife, we were looking for something cold to drink. The vendors, for some reason, had no cold drinks. They ran out.
Mhm.
So me and my wife finally found, I would say, what felt like a cold drink, but it probably really wasn't. And we're standing there, and some guy walks up behind us, and he says to me, "Have you ever been to one of these before?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but never this close. It's kind of a different scenario." And he goes, "You can tell he's coming out soon because he's got the snipers up on the roof, right?" So while this is happening, the guy says, and it's weird because there's no drones up in the air, which seems odd to me. And then the guy just like disappeared, right? And
Right.
he pointed. It was the weirdest thing. I swear to God, I didn't. I thought about it after the fact. But behind us, you could see the Secret Service, who wasn't the Secret Service. They were from I don't even remember. They were from some other agency, but they just brought him in.
Hmm.
But there was a guy in the next field over riding a horse with a Trump flag, and there were a bunch of Amish people sitting underneath of a tree. And the only thing separating that area from where we were, which was very close, was just a small, like maybe like, I don't know, 5-foot chain link fence, right? You could just hop right over it. And I remember after that, we went up and Trump started talking, got into his speech, and you heard the first pop. And everybody's looking around, and I was like thinking, how the fuck did somebody get a gun in here? Because where we were and what we had to go through to get through there was a nightmare just to get in. But that chain link fence, in
Hmm.
all scenarios, to be honest, you could have had somebody come in there and hand a gun over that chain link fence
Easy.
easy because there was no security there at all. The guy climbed up onto the fucking roof. So in
Yep.
that scenario, I get why they're running. You know what I mean? You hear gunshots, your natural instinct is to run.
Get out
Let's
of
be
Dodge.
honest.
Drop and roll, baby. Drop and roll. Look, somebody breaks a jar of pasta sauce in the grocery store. I hit the ground. I go, well, but I'm a little shot out, right? Any loud noise, I hit the
Murphy's like,
ground.
who's in my house?
Right? Well, no, well, for the longest time, I always slept with the 38 special under my pillow. So there ain't
Jesus.
no drop and roll on that. It's like pull and not even a safety on it. And, point and click. So, yeah, I can't have my guns to shoot the dogs if they attack me this year.
I'm
So
now
I gotta
seeing
go
a
back to
report
in
from that
July.
shooting showing a different person.
You are?
Yeah, this was from 54 minutes ago, but I don't know the person. Jesse J. I don't know that person who's reporting it.
Run it through Grok.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Grok
That's
is
usually
awesome.
what I'll do with most stories from X. I run it through Grok.
Be
And
nice
usually
to
it's
Grok.
pretty good.
If AI does take over the world, just pray it's Grok. And I'm very good to Grok. Like I'll go in and say, "How you doing today, Grok?" He tells me stories about kids on Sunday night needing an essay, but don't make it look like AI did it. Poor Grok, right? So,
Well,
um,
Grok's a good friend.
he
to
is.
have.
He is.
How about this
okay,
situation in California right now in Orange County?
what's going on there?
Well, there's a there's a chemical tanks, 2 of them overheating.
Okay, Grok
And
says it's confirmed by multiple credible sources. So
okay, so it's true. There's a two chemical tanks at an aerospace company in Orange County, California, that are overheating, and they've already evacuated 40,000 people, and it's either going to explode or spring a leak and dump toxic chemicals
Hey,
everywhere. And they're spraying it down with water because they have no other options.
So I guarantee you that area will have a data center built in the next 3 years. That's that's my hunch.
I mean, my question is why how did they allow the pumps to fail? Obviously, they have pumps pumping water and doing what they call a recirculation to cool the freaking tanks down. How do you let those pumps fail? And obviously, I don't know that much about this, but why aren't they bringing somebody in to fix the fucking pumps? Why are they just spraying it down with water and saying
I'm
at some
surprised they got
point,
water to spray it.
yeah, at some point this is going to melt down and explode?
So
But I guarantee you, when that land is unlivable, they will put a data center there, because they're trying to clear land. And, well, it's
you want me
California.
to share that post or
Yeah, go ahead.
okay?
Even the American 93, even the Wald said invisible friends. That's pretty friggin' funny. All right, should pop up.
Yeah, here it is. I ran it through Grok. Grok says it's confirmed by multiple credible sources. It says that the name of the suspect involved in today's shooting near the White House has been released, along with a photo. A crazed 21-year-old gunman named Nasir Best, who believed he was Jesus Christ and was known to the Secret Service for previously violating a court order to stay away from the White House, opened fire with a revolver at a checkpoint on 17th Street Northwest around 6:10 p.m. Saturday evening after pacing strangely. He fired about 3 shots before being quickly neutralized and killed by a barrage of gunfire from Secret Service officers. At least one bystander was seriously wounded in the exchange. The incident triggered a White House lockdown, with press members diving for cover and being rushed to the North Lawn and briefing room. The FBI is supporting the response. The lockdown was lifted around 6:45 p.m. Best never breached the grounds. The shooting occurred shortly after President Trump announced he was working on a peace deal with Iran in the Oval Office. So glad he was taken down. The guy was mentally deranged lunatic, and there is his picture.
Oh, goodness. He looks straight out of Africa.
Yeah, followed by a article from
Who
the
took
New York
Kente?
Post.
He does. He might be Chucky Africa.
You know what?
Maybe even Ramona Africa's brother.
When I think about, the cold age and, before people evolved, that would be one of the cave dwellers. That's a picture. That literally looks like a picture of, my memory's not so good. I
What
can't
does it look like
there.
a picture of? It's like the dog. What does it look like? Say it, Murphy.
Well, the cave dwellers, before, we became humans. Oh, like half ape something.
Talking like spear chuckers?
Yeah, well, no, it was before even the spear chuckers. It was way before that. The cave dwellers.
Like a Neanderthal? Cro-Magnon?
Yes, those people. So, hey, look, there's a name for my memory loss. My doctor had, okay, I can't remember what it is, but it's written on a piece of paper. So
there you go. Hemorrhoids will do that to you.
I don't have hemorrhoids.
Well, that's what causes it.
Jeez, Carl. Hey, Carl.
What?
What do you call a gay guy with hemorrhoids?
So here's my conversation with Rock.
Love all the rocks. Okay, I made that one up.
What do you call him?
What do you call a gay guy with hemorrhoids? Love on the rocks.
Oh my God!
Right, Lord. I made that up. I had a gay neighbor, and I said that to him.
Oh.
It just happens that way.
Oh my God! All right, so yeah, in Orange County, California, they're going to have a environmental catastrophe. No doubt about it. So look for that story in the next couple of days. Here's the video from Fox News. So it's those two tanks there that they're spraying with water. That's all they can do.
I saw this earlier.
Yeah. That's going to be a fucking catastrophe, dude.
Yeah.
Those two little tanks.
You think, like, they said they're either going to explode or spring a leak. And either scenario is not good because if they explode, it's going to be catastrophic. And if it leaks, it's going to be catastrophic.
But Carl,
and so think
it's
about
California, okay? Yeah. Really?
They're
about Palisades. Damaged.
Think about Palisades, Ohio, times
right? Good
30
people, right? But it's California, okay? Hopefully, it's in a liberal town. And,
most Africans qualify as retarded. What?
Hey! Knock it off, creepo.
I've never heard that one before, but
think about it, okay? Look, it's California. I'm
what
sorry.
What the hell is going? Are you breeding cats?
No, no, that one doesn't. No, they don't go outside. There's no breeding. All the males are neutered, and yeah, it happens. When I start getting some kind of income, I can.
All right, thanks, man. Have a great
night. Now, if you want to donate,
in a minute.
If you want to donate to help me get that cat fixed, okay, that would be great.
But all right, where do they go? Where do they go to donate to get the cat fixed?
Actually, I have a Cash App. It's $, Law of Murphy, capital LAWOF, Murphy, capital MURPH. So yeah, I need to get that cat fixed, and until I start doing the streaming, which I think is going to work out with the ads, and I don't have to rent a room and go to jail for renting a room. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay home and make some money online and just show documentaries like. On Rumble, there is no 24-hour documentary channel, and I'm not going to go 7 days a week because I still like to do my live and show something different. So, but I'm Law of Murphy with the $, on Cash App, and that's Smiley. I rescued that cat 3 times. Jingle, jingle. I rescued that cat 3 times.
What's the jingle, jingle?
Well, I think I just got a Cash App.
Oh, damn. Aren't you lucky?
Mine doesn't sound like a cash register.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Mine sounds like a penny jar.
Yeah.
Ching.
I ain't got none.
Tink. Tink.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't have a Cash App either. But listen, we're going to call it a night. Don't forget, Monday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, here on the Killer Carl podcast, I will be interviewing Michael McCauley from Flip Philly Red. And it looks like Wednesday morning that I will be on with Royce White and Professor Penn. You can find them on Free People Radio here on Rumble. You can find them on Steve Bannon's The War Room on Getter. They stream at 8 o'clock to 10. And on X, Free People Radio. Follow them. They do an incredible show. And they're a lot of fun. So I'll be joining them Wednesday morning.
Will you put that link in the description for us, Carl? Because, I'm trying to find you on the radio stations and you talk about it, but the links would be really helpful because
I will add it to the description.
Thank you. Thank you, Carl.
Video.
Say I'll be here on Wednesday and I'll be there because I forget and then I gotta watch the show. And
so all you have to do is Monday afternoon, 1 o'clock. Tune in to my podcast right here on all my social media for Michael McCauley from Flip Philly Red, a patriot going in and trying to make a difference in the city of Philadelphia, which is an upward battle. America First, patriot. That's my passion, is to go into these inner cities and flip these inner cities red. I believe we can do it. I believe the Republican Party is a bunch of pussies that have handed the inner city to the Democrats without even trying. These people are patriots. They are entrepreneurs. They are hardworking people that need to learn self-governance and less dependence on the federal government. And it is up to us to mentor them and bring them out of that mindset.
The only oppression, and I hate to see Black folk, and there's very good, I lived with the Black family. They took me in. And the biggest oppression is the welfare system, the free food, the free housing, because they never get out. Look, slavery was never abolished. It was just made equal. Just remember that, people. I'm not racist against anyone, anything, but when you got 3 generations that are living on the government dime and bitching about life not being so good, and you don't have the backbone to say, I'm done with this. Okay. That's your slavery. That's your oppression. It ain't me keeping you down because I'm on Brokeback Mountain too.
The reality of it is, Murphy, is that we as conservatives and America First have abandoned the inner cities and allowed the Democrats to brainwash these people.
Because they get the free handouts. They don't want it to stop, Carl. They
banned history documentary Chinese people.
They don't want it to stop. I mean, are you going to screw up your way of living? Free rent, free food, free medical. You ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, but the problem is when we had the government shutdown, it should be a damn wake up call to all these people that the government can shut off your food, shut off your rent, shut off your electricity, because they control it. You don't have self-governance when you're dependent on the federal government to feed you, to house you, and to pay your utilities. That's the thing we need to go in there with. We need to teach them to be entrepreneurs. We need to teach them self-governance. We need to teach them America first, and conservatism
Carl
is a just way of life. And we refuse to do it because Republicans are effing cowards.
Carl, you're in construction.
Yes.
You know, I was 27 years old and I dated a guy that was a roofer. He had no license. He was telling me he was getting jammed by this person, getting paid and that person. I said, shit or get off the pot. I started a construction company and a roofing company, and I learned. I was 4'11", 105 pounds. I'm carrying 80 pounds of shingles all day long and hand nailing 8 square a day. Nobody helped me up. You know what? I went to the bigger companies, and if anybody on Brokeback Mountain is out there, you can subcontract from companies. The bigger companies, I don't care what it is you're doing, you can subcontract. I used to get paid $25 a square.
Somebody's breaking in. It's the cops, Murphy. They're coming to take your cash
I
app.
don't know what happened. I think one of the. Anyway, I used to get paid $25.
It's all of the cash apps you're getting. Your phone's getting so heavy from all the money, it's falling down.
Yeah, I hope so. I only need $150. I got $5. Thank you so much. So
you're on your way.
I got paid $25 a square, and I did that. And there was a small mention in the yellow pages, and the next year it was bigger. By the 4th year, I had a quarter page. I was with the big dogs. I was getting paid $150. So look, maybe you got a lawnmower. Maybe you go next door and you offer your neighbor, hey, I'll cut your grass for $20, right? An actual company might charge $50. So, or you could probably call a landscaping business and they'll pay you for the contract. And what I'm saying is, don't just rely on the government dime. And by the way, if you cut your neighbor's lawn, chances are that $20 is cash. You can't tax that. Okay. So, I'm
going to assume, wait, hold on 1 minute. I'm going to assume that Band History would get along with Jake Lang.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'm going to have Jake Lang back on my radio show in maybe 2-3 weeks. So tune in, Band History. Tune in to my interview with Jake Lang. You can actually, I think you can go back on my YouTube channel and you can find my interview with Jake Lang.
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
Very interesting. I was shocked. I'm not going to lie.
I remember that text afterwards.
I was taken by surprise, but you'll probably like it. So with that being said, I'm tired. I got to get up tomorrow. Actually, I don't. I get to sleep in a little bit.
No, it's Sunday. I got to get up tomorrow and stream. You don't. You get to sleep in.
All right, I'm sleeping in. All right, with that being said, God bless everybody. And I said disgusting Jew. I don't think, is he a Jew?
Who?
No.
I don't think Jake Lang's a Jew.
No.
Can you look up the last name? Does the last name tell it?
It doesn't mean anything. My name's Brown, and I'm Scotch Irish, so doesn't mean anything.
Well, my name does actually show my heritage, but you know.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue.
With that being said,
my buzzards.
We are ending it. Ending it. With that being said, God bless everybody. Happy or not happy, because there's nothing happy about Memorial Day.
Not happy for Memorial Day.
But honor the fallen heroes on Monday with spending time with your family and treasuring and praying for peace. And praying that Donald Trump does not allow Israel to destroy the possible peace deal we might have, because Israel's going to do it. If anybody,
they're going to do it. They're going to go in. We're
praying
going
they
to be
won't.
in talks. Israel's going to go in and bomb the shit out of them, and everything's going to be over.
It's between Bibi or the enemies that we have within. You know,
Yeah, within our own government.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody for joining me tonight. I'll see you Monday afternoon, 1:00 Eastern Standard Time on the Killer Carl podcast.
Much love, Patriots.
Yep.